Hey, let's go here, and it's time to talk about Frieren in the last Frieren Fridays. At least for now, I really hope we're going to get season 2. I saw some things, maybe there's a season 2 in the works or something. Nothing yet concretely confirmed, the list as of recording this video, but this episode ends a part of such an amazing journey. The characters, the world, the emotion, the lessons learned here. I love this series so much. It quickly became one of my all-time favorites, and I can't wait for more. And I'm sure you guys have loved the series, but I miss it. I mean, I miss it so much. But yeah, let's get into this episode and close out with one final video in this amazing series. So the episode picks up from last week with the exams. We have a few more, having to talk to Zerie, going through them there, Denken being the first one. She kind of likes him because even though he was old, she wanted to meet him while he was young. He still had that passion burning in him. His first thought was fighting with her, even though he decided against it, seeing if or how he could defeat her. He still has that passion in him that allows him to pass. And Denken is one of my favorite characters that we got introduced into the series in the exam arc here. He has been great so far. Especially my favorite scene with him is I'm out of mana but not out of options. I love that scene so much. Then probably the quickest exam was Ubel. She passed instantly. Probably Zerie saw how crazy she is and that killer instinct there. We don't need to talk. Yeah, we don't need to talk. But Ubel is a great character, but I don't think you can fix her, guys. Good luck with that, but yeah. Then, which I'm sure a lot of us thought about at Land, the guy with the clones. He wasn't even here in the entire exam. Everything was a clone for him. He was back home drinking tea. He passes, of course. Zerie liked him. Rebel is probably the most experienced in combat, and Zerie saw that. And his answer when she asked him, "What's your favorite spell?" Magic is just a tool for killing. Basically, I'm paraphrasing a bit. So he doesn't have a favorite. He doesn't like or dislike spells. And he passes. He has that mentality. And Rebel, again, has another great scene in this episode. Probably my favorite overall new character from the exam arc. Method also passes. She kind of has that motherly instinct to her. Her first thought when she saw Zerie was, "You're small and cute." And she passes, of course. That entire scene was great there, going through them. And after that, Zerie apologizing to Sensei, "Hey, we had some really good candidates, so yeah, that's probably why so many of them passed." Makes sense there. Yeah, the exam is pretty much over. Then we see a bit of aftermaths, goodbyes, Denken thanking Frieren and Fern, how much Frieren and Fern helped him in being able to go visit the grave that he always wanted. After that dinner with Fern, Stark, Lofen, and Denken, him treating them, the conversation with him, how much Frieren helped him kind of remember why he always liked magic, and puts a lot of things into perspective. No matter how much money, power, everything you have at your disposition, there's something that could make you feel very, very powerless. And that was actually quite sad. He had all the power. Even now he has all the power, move countries, politicians, everything, but when his wife got sick, he couldn't save her. There was nothing he could do. And Zerie started the association with the free spell right after she died. So despite all of the power and everything, sometimes you're very powerless, and that one actually hurt. I'm sure all of us have been in a similar situation with something's family, bit ever, whatever situation. It's hard, and brought back his perspective there. Magic can also be really fun, thanks to Frieren reminding him of that. But Speaking of Frieren, I like how she was very happy, bought a lot of grimoires, of course, why not? But then an old lady merchant drops some fruits on the ground and she hesitates a bit. Should I help her? But my hands are full. But what? And then Vribel comes in, helps her there. This is why Vribel is one of my favorite characters. The conversation between him and Frieren was great. We see a bit of his background there, how he always wanted to protect his hometown from demons. But the important lesson here is the small things. Like, he always heard stories of Himmel, the heroes, everything battling these huge monsters, powerful things, which those are great, very good. But Himmel also did the small things, helping villagers, helping people randomly with things that don't change the world basically, but mean a lot to the individual, to the person, or to a small group of people. Those are a lot more impactful when they directly affect you, and that changed his perspective after his village got attacked by demons. Those big stories that he always heard didn't really matter, but the small ones did. Hearing the old people, the villagers, always being happy when they're talking about those memories and encounters, and that's very true. You hear a lot about all of the big problems in the world, everything happening left, right, center, wherever, across the sea. Those are very important things, but when something directly affects you, especially something small or something big, that's when it hits you a lot harder than something you have no connection directly to. And I love that conversation so much. I feel like a lot of people go in two extremes, either focus always on the big picture or always focus only on the small picture for themselves. That was my favorite conversation in the entire episode there, and him telling her death isn't the only goodbye in this life, but I'm sure you know that, treasure your encounters. And that's very true there. And here is where we see a bit of a flashback with Himmel and the original party being blocked by a herd of sheep going to help some people, and him explaining that he always helped people in the small ways as much as he could there. And I love that. Himmel, this is probably one of the closest things that we have to a true hero with Himmel, how much he did, despite not even being the real hero. He was the fake hero that became what a hero should be, embodied that word, that meaning there, and he changed so many lives, everything. And how we saw it last episode with that flower spell, Frieren inadvertently kind of put this into motion, changing his life, and then he changed the life of everybody else, and her also included. Small things can have a huge impact, so to say, here. But funny thing, after that, we see Fern and the others wanting to go get their privilege, the spell from Zerie. Frieren can't go, unfortunately. Just too toxic in game chat. No, Zerie banned her for 1,000 years from every major association building and everything. They really don't get along. Oil and water there, and Frieren calls her, yeah, she's being like a kid, which is very true. She can be very petty, Zerie. But the important thing was Frieren being proud of Fern and how far she has gotten, and Stark also, and saying that she's probably gonna be more famous than her in this age because the era of humans has come, which is very true. And legacy matters even more after that conversation between her and Stark, because we have Lernen, the guy that was the first one to become first class mage, apprentice to Zerie, comes in kind of being an asshole a bit, saying people always get forgotten, don't go down in memory, especially Zerie's apprentices, except one, Flamme. But he also wants to go down in history, which that's very understandable, true, but he went about it in the very wrong way. He was willing to kill Frieren, actually attacking her and wounding her. Remember when Zerie said he has a chance of beating Frieren, which could be very true. Frieren herself has said she lost against humans and demons alike, but him doing that kind of makes him shitty. Even though I can understand his motivation there, that doesn't excuse his behavior. But Frieren refused to fight him there, saying Zeria will be the one to remember you, which is very true, because even I really like this conversation. Also, the flashback, one of the most strongest points of the series are the flashbacks, on point and very short, not dragged here, with Frieren calling out Zeri about the flower field in the room with the test. This is a magical created flower field, yeah. But you always chastise Flamme for her spell, even though that was her favorite. And here is where Zeri has an honest moment, so to say, saying she always remembers her apprentices, their personality and their favorite spell, and she never regretted getting them, even though she considers Flamme a failure according to how she views the world and how in her mind a mage should be. And this is why there it was so funny every time she was contradicting herself and everything she was doing, especially in the last few episodes there. But Lernen hears this from Frieren and steps down, stops fighting, even though I would have liked to see that fight and have Frieren put him in his place. I can kind of like this lesson a bit more, and them bonding in a weird way about them being very awkward, especially battle-focused mages there. I don't know if we're gonna see more of him, but yeah. Zeria's apprentices and banning Frieren. Now we have what I really liked is while everybody else was having their exams, everything around there, Stark spent some time in the town, getting to know the people, helping them, being with them, bonding with them. Everybody liked him, and even Frieren for commenting that everywhere we go, people like, which is very true. He has that charisma about him, and that old guy was still there giving him lessons. I was laughing so much when I saw him. But yeah, this is pretty much it with Oberst, them deciding to leave, and Frieren asking, hey, by the way, what spell did you choose, Fern? And she chose the best spell, and Frieren wanted it, the spell to be able to clean clothes and make them perfect. Is useless, but as we learned with the series, a useless spell can be very impactful. And for Frieren being proud of her and that cute head pat, they're so great together there. And of course, Zeria didn't like it, the face she made. Then we have Lavin, Kane saying their goodbyes. A short one, just not to be embarrassed later when they meet again. Himmel always did this in the past, and Frieren took after him doing the same. Short goodbyes are better, and even though you bonded with people, cared about them, tearful goodbyes can be very painful at the same time, or can even stop you from being able to say goodbye. But yeah, an amazing series, amazing episode here, great way to end out one of the best arcs of the series overall, and I truly do hope we're going to get a season 2. Madhouse, don't do it again. I know you have a pattern with UN sequels, but not this series, not this series. This is one of the series that deserves season 2, 3, 5 and beyond, and whatever else. Give us a full adaptation, of course, when the manga ends. And please take your time, but at least tell us something that is going to come. Don't rush it. We have been blessed with the quality, with what we have here with Frieren, the animation, the direction, everything for it, and of course the original story from the mangaka. Thank you for such an amazing world and characters that you have created. Touched me quite a lot emotionally, and the hype levels here. And like I said, one of my all-time favorite series with Frieren here, and it's gonna be sad to say goodbye. No more Frieren Friday, but overall, I'm really curious what you guys thought about this episode and the series since it started. Let me know in the comments below. How do you like the series? What are your favorite moments, favorite characters? Are you excited for season 2? And if anything gets confirmed about season 2, let me know down in the comments below. And Frieren, I'm going to miss you. And thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Helps me quite a lot, and you guys get the latest videos on the series that I follow. So keep enjoying anime. I was about to say keep enjoying Frieren, but yeah, if you're not gonna read the manga, no more anime, at least for now. Make sure to check out the podcast because anime. I'm gonna see you again on the next one. Bye bye.